Oh my gosh, been having an absolute mare of it trying to set up the stream. Thank you so much, Jordan, for the 63 months, bro. Thank you so much, man. I hope you are doing well post LAN. Welcome, everybody. Hope we're all doing okay. Bloody hell, trying to set up my stream. It's like, oh, you need to log in here. You need to log in here. What's your stream key? And I'm like, bloody, can I just stream from two devices at the same time? Well, not at the same time, but you know, I want to be able to set up my laptop. It's all because I reset all of my passwords and everything, so now I have to re-log in on every device. So yeah, it's a bit. It's all right. We got there eventually. Streamer late. What kept me from setting up? Honestly, playing with you lot, but I gave myself enough time. I should have been fine. I just setting up all the bloody devices and whatnot. It's all right. These things happen. It's not the end of the world. A little bit late. It's not a super complicated recipe. I'm hoping this onion's okay. If it's not okay, it's alright because I've got more onions. I bought more onions today just in case this one was a bit rough. But how's everyone doing? How's your day? I had a very chill day. I woke up and spoke to my parents, told them about LAN. They were like, did you win? And I was like, nope. They were like, don't come home for Christmas. Now, they just gave me an update on Taco, who's doing okay. And then I went to the shops. Then I came back and I watched some TV and stuff. Just basically chilled out and played a little bit of games. Finally 100%ed Hooked on You. It was a bit of a complicated affair, but we got there in the end. And here we are. We are cooking Greek style roast fish, which I already know how it's going to go. Onion. I'm having onion. Hi, Carrie. What's up? Just going to trim off this bit here. And get rid of all of this. Yeah, Hooked on You actually has one bugged achievement. So you need to do a little bit of stuff to make it actually function. Which I managed to do. So I got all of those now. Bam, bam, bam. Yeah. It's funny, I got a call from the vet yesterday. I was asleep after the stream. They were like, oh, we've got your fecal sample results. And I was like, beg your pardon? They're like, it's the vet. And I was like, oh, okay, hi. I'd just woken up. Oh, damn, Akia Raid. Thank you very much for the raid, Akia. Thank you very much. I hope you're doing well. Hopefully you're not like me and suffering with sickness post-LAN. LAN death has arrived. But I hope you had a good stream. Hi, Gilga. Long time no see. Must go, but I hope your cooking stream is epic. Something. Thank you very much. Yeah, something new. Don't usually cook with fish, so I'm going to be interested. You still sick? Yeah. I mean, I've just got a snotty nose, really. I keep sneezing. I actually did a COVID test this morning. I spoke to my parents. My parents are going to Spain to sort out some family stuff. In a couple of weeks, so they're dropping off Taco next week, and they just wanted to make sure I didn't have COVID so that they were able to travel. So I did a COVID test and it came out negative. Like what day is it? We're on Thursday at the moment. So on the Monday evening, I was like, oh, I'm feeling a little bit groggy. Tuesday, I had a sore throat all day. Wednesday, I didn't have as bad a sore throat, but I was a bit like achy around my body. Today I'm just like a little bit with snotty nose. So I'm hoping it's gonna come and go pretty quickly. You have the throat pain? Yeah, it's always what happens. I mean, when you're at LAN, everyone's in close proximity. There's hugs. There's, everyone getting up close and personal. So it's what happens. Generally, one person brings something to LAN, and then everyone takes it back home with them. Accurate Quintosh 9, everyone you're hooked. Nice. More MVM gamers. Hello from Greece. Hello, PNZ. Oh my gosh, I've got Greek in the title. I hope I'm going to do this justice. You plan to not see people for 2 weeks in case of hidden COVID. Yeah, I mean, the only people I'm going to be seeing is obviously Cloudy because he lives here, but he's spending the weekend. He's visiting his family this weekend in Newcastle, and then next week the week after, he's going to Amsterdam with his girlfriend. So I'm pretty much going to be alone in my flat, and my parents are going to drop Taco off after her holidays, and that's pretty much it. So happens you get through mayonnaise, yeah. Hey, Samus, I hope you're doing good. Geek fish. Hopefully I didn't put Greek instead of geek. Alright. It says here, halved and sliced. What does halved and sliced mean? Like sliced into chunks, I think, judging by the... Judging by the picture. Do that. It took me to fairly big chunks, but not too big. So essentially we're going to be chopping a lot of veg, and that's going to be roasted, and then we're going to prepare some fish, and then that's going to go on as well. Just had a panic there because I thought, did I get the lemons? I did. Okay, so I looked at the comments. I always look at the comments for a recipe, just in case people have any feedback. And some people added some extra sort of spices and herbs to add onto the fish. I thought, cool, I'll bear that in mind. And other people were also like, add these extra veg to like bulk it out a bit. So that's what I'm going to do. So it's going to be roast potatoes, but I'm also going to be... So basically it's potatoes, tomatoes, onions with some lemon. But I'm also going to be adding a sweet potato chopped up, and I'm also going to be adding... what else am I going to be adding? Carrots as well, just to have a little bit more veg. I just wanted a little bit more going on, rather than it just being like fish and potato, because veg is good. So we're going to prepare a little bit extra stuff, and I had a sweet potato left over, which I guess I could be using for something else. So we're actually not cooking anything in the pan today, I don't think. Add these nuts. I'm not a massive fan of nuts. I'm going to be honest with you. When it comes to cooking, nuts have to be done in a right way for me to actually be like interested in them. Like if you have a korma and you're putting in ground almonds, crack on. If I don't know, it's a satay, then great. It's gonna be it's going to have like that nice peanut inside. But if it's something else, like sometimes nuts just get thrown in and they're not great. I just end up having the taste of nuts in my mouth. I know you guys are going to be like, nuts in your mouth. Nuts, these nuts, yeah. But you know what I mean. On a purely cooking spectacle, I feel like, yeah. Okay, now these potatoes don't get parboiled. They get put straight into the oven, which is interesting. So we're going to heat the oven up anyway. Get it ready. Garlic as well. Onion. So originally it's the potatoes, onion, garlic, and oregano. Do we have a jar? We do. Cloudy has a jar of garlic. So we use that. Did you not listen to it, Jordan? I just said I don't like nuts in my mouth. Gosh. guys are out of control. I swear. Out of control. Right, so I think what I'm going to do, sweet potato is going to have to go in at the same time as the regular potato, but also the carrots. Now, do we leave skin on the carrots, I wonder? Or do we peel? What are we thinking? I think we peel. These carrots are a little bit old, so probably best to peel them. We're going to be cooking with pollock. Any pollock fans? What does pollock rhyme with? Yes. So we're just going to peel these carrots because the outsides are a little bit, they're getting a little bit weathered. They've been in there for a while. But they're all good underneath. So we peel these. So basically we're going to put a whole ton of stuff in there first, okay? And that's going to go in the roasting tin, or the roasting dish I should say. It's not a tin, we have a kind of a ceramic roasting dish. That's going to go in there. And then we're going to be putting in lemon and tomato. And then going to be putting in we're going to be putting in the fish. So once all of this, like what I would call kind of autumnal veg, you know, the kind of carrots and onions and that kind of stuff, when that goes into the oven, then we can prepare the tomatoes and the lemon. And then after that, yeah. Someone say Greek style? Hey, Andreas. What's your opinion on eating burgers with a knife and fork? Look, if you're at a restaurant, sometimes the burgers they bring out are a bit big, right? So, sometimes what I do is I will... I'm going to chop them this way. What I will do is I will cut the burger in half to make it more manageable to eat. And I pick up the half with my hands. I will don't think I have ever completely eaten a burger with a knife and fork before. Personally. But I'm not against like cutting it to size in order to make it easier to eat, you know what I mean? Sometimes you need to do that. Hey, new card, what's up? Yeah, I don't know what makes this Greek style, because it just seems very basic stuff, but we'll see. Yeah, putting some carrots in there, just for a little bit extra veg. Hey, Fizzy! It was a very good LAN, but it was missing you, my friend. It was missing you. No Fizzy in LAN. Made me sad. But it was good fun. A lot of people were like, oh, is Fizzy coming? I was like, no. You were missed, for sure. There is a German LAN happening in November. That seems to be the next one people are talking about. I'm going to do these in halves. Let's do it like this, I guess. Might actually be a bit of a little bit close thing in this dish. Might have to use both dishes. Don't know. We'll see. We got another ceramic dish that we can put into the oven if we need more space. I think we might need more space. It was good, but came back with the inevitable land death. So. I think Jordan was the only one at the camping thing as well. Which I was like, oh yeah, Fizzy always camps. Tells us all the stories. The shenanigans that happen in the camping area. These crazy kids get up to. But no, it was very good. It was very good. Love the campsite. Yeah, German and French, yes. It was a good fan, but CeeJaey was there. Fizzy, you missed that. You missed the entire fucking crowd chanting my name. The most cringe thing to I didn't know where to look. It was like when people sing you happy birthday. Where'd you look? And I was like, oh, I'll stand up and bow. It was, you're gonna do it again? No, you're not. If I see you, I'm gonna run. Big name on campus. Gotta sacrifice the sleeping bag so you can fit 10 NPC on the train. Oh, no, that's amazing. I barely slept. Honestly, I need to find a way to record the stuff on my phone because Toast was talking in his sleep the entire time. We were having such a laugh about it because on the way home I played it back and I was like, look, Toast, this was you. Because at one point he sits bolt upright in the middle of the night. It's about 4 o'clock on the first night, the Thursday night. And he's like, oh, put that down. It's fine. I'll do it in the morning. And yeah, don't worry about it. And then he just goes back to sleep. And I was like, what the fuck? I told him the next day. I was like, you realize you talk a lot in your sleep, and you talk in English in your sleep. And he was like, really? Damn. Okay. So I was like, okay, I have this sleep app that records sounds during the night. So it gauges like if you're talking, sleeping, snoring, whatever. So on the car on the way back, I was like, let's listen to Toast snoring, and you could hear it. It was like, like, and it was like, oh damn. So then it got to the talking, and there was one. I think it was the Friday or the Saturday night. And around 2, 3 o'clock in the morning, so I would have been fast asleep at that point because I don't remember this. He was like, it actually sounded like he was summoning a demon in Latin with some sort of curse. Like Cloudy was like, "Can you please stop like playing it? It's actually freaking me out." And Toast was like, "What the fuck am I saying?" It was super weird. It was super weird. So yeah, that was LAN experience. Yeah, everyone started chanting, and I was like, okay, I'll get up and bow, I guess. And then I had to go up on stage for like the opening section before the final, and everyone starts doing it again. I thought, okay, fine, at least now I can just be like walk to the stage, like da da da. Toast final incidents. Honestly, Toast was fairly well behaved. Toast was fairly well behaved. Lan came and gone without too many Toast incidents. I think the biggest Toast incident was the fact we went out on the Wednesday night. So he came down on the Wednesday, and we were going to go down to the pub. Probably was it the pub that you came to us with? I'm pretty sure. The one near the train station, and we were just gonna like, I will just get 1 or 2, and then we'll go get some food because we hadn't eaten all day. And we were like, yeah. And then we ended up staying for ages. We had like 6 or 7 pints each. Cloudy bought Jaeger bombs. Toast threw up in the pub in the toilets. Fell asleep in the kebab like shop to the point where the kebab man was like, "Wakey, wakey, Mr. Man, wakey, wakey," like waving his pizza at his face. And then we got home, and then he like passed out on my bathroom floor and continued to throw up in my toilet. So that was on the Wednesday night before LAN. And then so it was like, okay. So I think like that warmed him up enough to, be ready for LAN. You know what I mean? Yeah, with the beer garden. It's really nice there. Normally, Carrie Toast has a night at LAN where he gets extremely drunk. There's always at least one. So he normally gets to the point where we have to carry him home. You have 24 hours. Alright, so this one is where I need to have the gut. So I'm just wondering, is this all going to fit in one tin? Do you think this is all going to fit in one tin? Or do I need to get the other tin as well? Judging by the size of the fish, I mean, both fish will fit on there, but I'm not sure. That kind of, yeah, those kind of night instants, yeah. For example, at Deutschland 2016, he got so drunk we rolled him down a hill. He drank an entire bottle of vodka to himself, and we just rolled him all the way down. At Copenhagen Games, he threw up an entire carbonara on the floor, and we had to like force feed him crisps and water all night to keep him going. Yeah, stuff like that. Buggles, the good old Buggles. Good times, good times. It's nice. It's the thought that counts. Oh god. Alright, let's have a look here. Because I've got this other dish as well, which isn't as deep. I'm just wondering. Because what realistically more have I got to add? Hello, hello. Yes. I'm back. Just catching up with Cloudy after his day. Are those potatoes? These are potatoes, and these are sweet potatoes. Yes. Try to get Reflex to come to Nando's, but what? I kept telling him he needs to go to Nando's at some point. Yeah, the infamous Reflex goes to goes to Spoons for his first ever fucking cooked breakfast was pretty poor. Honestly, when I got to Spoons, that I was the first thing I ate when I got there because I'd not eaten all day. And I had the chicken burger, and it was, ugh, but it was food, you know. Classic Sunday roast. I'm actually cooking fish there. Are you a fan of fish? I know you're not a fan of meat, but fish is a bit of a different texture. We're having haddock. I was supposed to get pollock, and I've actually got haddock. So, you know, I don't know if it's the same or not. Tell Claudia's 24 hour. Yeah, it was. They just nuked it. No, Rustler's burgers are actually nicer. The thing is, like, and I'm not advocating buying a Rustler's burger because you're spending like what, it's like 150 for a burger. That's pretty poor. But a Rustler's burger, you toast the buns and then you like microwave the patty, right, the meat. But yeah, it was downside better than the entire thing, like tomato and lettuce and all. And if it's covered in bread and finger shaped, I mean, fish is nice. This is going to have potatoes and stuff. I honestly think I might split this in between two. I think I'm going to split it in between two. That's going to be my strat. It's only me and Cloudy eating, so we're going to have a dish each. Okay? NC Spoon somehow managed to be the worst place to go for food. Yeah. See, the thing is, back in the day, like, so I-65 was the first time they put the BYOC in Hall 4. Before, it used to be a lot, like, all the way, if you kept walking past Hall 4, it used to be Hall, like, fucking 14 or 15 or some shit like that. And near there, there's actually a massive Weatherspoons. And actually a really, really, really big Weatherspoons that, like, opens out and has a massive bar and has, like, an outside area and everything. So I guess you trade being closer to the station, the airport, your hotel, to having an actual place with, you know, lots of stuff. So yeah, so because I remember walking past the smaller Weatherspoons at like 61, 63 and being like, wouldn't it be cool if this was the Weatherspoons that was open and we were over here? And they actually made it happen. It's just, it's not as, yeah. Anyway, so I need to oil up. So I'm going to try and like divvy this up 50-50. Half the tatties in one, half the tatties in another. That looks alright. Do half the sweet potato. Like that. And then we got the carrots. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Yeah, this works better. And then we're going to just put the onion in chunks, dotted around. So half an onion in each. Okay. Yeah, you do. It was honestly, it was really nice seeing a lot of people who I'd not met before. It was really, really good fun. So I'm going to sprinkle some oil on here. My only gripe was the fact that the final was so delayed. It was like Fizzy. Do you remember I-63 when it was Froyo versus 7? And the final didn't start till like fucking midnight or something? It's exactly what happened here. Exactly what happened here. And we were there till like 4 o'clock in the morning. And all of the bar had run out of all alcohol. So the bar ran out of beer, cider, vodka, Jägermeister, and lemonade. And the delivery service ran out of everything as well. So we just hoarded stuff at that point. So we had enough to drink. It was just a lot of people went home after. And so it was a bit, yeah. Honestly, Valorant, like, it's not Valorant's fault, I guess, but the people organizing really need to sort it out so they're a little bit more organized. You know what I mean? We were watching it and we were cheering for a team. We're like, we'll cheer for the team that goes in the lead. Now, I don't know much about Valorant, but Andreas was there and he was like, we basically want a team to get to 13. I guess first to 13. So we were cool. It went to the full best of 5 and the 5th map went 13-11. It was like, are you fucking serious? This is the longest Valorant game ever. Okay, so I need to throw in some oregano here, which We have plenty of oregano. So you guys can see what's going on here, right? We're just basically cracking everything into a roasting tin. I'm about to get my hands in there. We're about to get oily. We're about to get all messy. Because I'm going to shake this all up. I'm going to mix it all up in the oil to make sure everything's covered in the seasoning. And everything's covered in the oil so that we get that nice kind of bake. Okay, that looks good. Except for my hands, which are now covered in the oil. We're going to put that in there, in the oven, I should say. We'll put that in the oven. Oh shit! I need to change our calendar. See which waterfall we get this month. We have a calendar. I bought a calendar with waterfalls on it. So each month we get a new waterfall. It's the small things in life. CSGO final was pretty poor. Yeah, it seems every year CSGO final is always done like on a Monday, which seems really odd to me. But at iSeries, it's always the TF2, which is the most signed up for, or the loudest final. In terms of like, you know, this one apparently the crowd reached over 100 decibels, which is kind of mad. But yeah, it's always TF2 being the biggest, but they also have like a lot of popularity for Rocket League and things like that, which is kind of cool. Okay, so where we are, we're all seasoned up, we're all ready. These are going to go in the oven now for a while. It says 15 minutes, but knowing what I know about cooking, I think it's going to take a little bit longer. So we'll see. No viewership. No, there was no viewership, and honestly, the crowd, by the end of it, despite it being a super close final, there was a group of 5 people sat in front of us who were like cheering for the Valorant. And when it was ending, everyone was like, yeah, and like cheering. The people on the stage were like, oh wow, like there's a shit ton of people cheering for the fact that we won. And then they were like, and next up is the TF2 final. And everyone was like, TF2, TF2. And the guys on the stage were like, oh, that's why there's a lot of people in the final. Or in the crowd, I should say. Alright, looking at the time, just gone 6. Yeah, having a final on the Monday is a bit weird. It's a bit odd. I wouldn't like TF2 to be first in the day, but I would like the final to be, I don't know, 8 p.m. Like actually start at something like 8 p.m. So if it is a best of 5, it could go on potentially for sort of 3 hours or something and finish around 11. And that gives you plenty of time to have a drink with people. The people who normally stay out till sort of 4 o'clock in the morning can do that. But there are some people who had to go straight after the final to go and catch planes, trains and stuff like that, which was kind of sucky because then, you know, you don't get that downtime. You don't get that chill out time with everyone just to socialize, which of course you get during the weekend, but it's a bit harder to do that during a weekend when, you know, on the Friday, the entire time I was gaming pretty much. Ah, fuck. Friday, like we got there for the team meeting, was gaming all the way through the day. Our last match, which was the upper bracket best of 3, finished at 11:30. Then I went on the after show for the Essential stream, and it's like, I'm not saying I didn't have time to socialize, but you know, you want that time at the bar after the final to chat with people. Right. So we need to roast this for quite some time. So we actually get a little bit of downtime here, because I'm going to need like half an hour for that stuff to roast. I should have got it in there earlier. So it says here, half a lemon cut into wedges. Okay. Well, we can prepare the tomatoes. And how many tomatoes do we need? 2 large tomatoes. That's like a tomato each, basically. That tomato's bad. I bought these today. I've been scammed. Fuck you, Tesco's. Selling me manky tomatoes. Should have checked it in the shop. Got free time? Want to play DBD? Yeah, guys. You guys can just watch like this. I'm going to go game a little bit. I've actually got games in like an hour. TF2. So I need to be done by then, which I should be. So I'm going to cut these into like that. Cut the tomatoes into wedges. I'm going to split them in half in terms of like one tomato, because we've got 2 dishes on the go. Basically each dish is like for a person. So we'll do that. And then we got lemon. And this one just says cut into wedges. How do I cut a lemon into wedges? Like easily. Cut it like this. Like that. I'm going to remove the seeds though, because I don't want those going into the food when it's roasting or when we put everything together, because that would not be very nice. So these are the next things that we add. So we added potato, onion, sweet potato, carrots, and then we're going to be adding tomato, which obviously we can eat, and the lemon is probably just for flavor. Probably just to have a little bit of flavor onto the fish. But we'll do that when everything else is ready, I guess. Which I should have prepared a little bit more. Gone a little bit faster to get that first bit done. It's alright. We'll live. Is there another one in there? Just a shadow. Yeah. So then after that, once the tomato and the lemon is in there, then we're going to be adding the fish after this has had a little bit of a time to roast. So after we've added in the lemon and the tomato, we'll prepare the fish, which is going to have just some herbs and stuff like that. Just a little bit of preparation. Okay, so there's all my lemon pips or seeds, whatever you want to call them. We can dispose of these. And we've also got some parsley, which we're going to put on the end. But again, I will probably prepare that later. So for now, we have some time to kill. Right. He ate a burger entirely with a knife and fork. That's interesting. Oh shit, Carrie with the sub as well. Sorry, I didn't see your sub earlier, Carrie. Because alerts still aren't working for some reason. I'm going to have to sit down with my laptop and work that out. Thank you for the 10 months, Carrie. I mean, I have nothing against people eating a burger with a knife and fork. I can understand it. It's not something I personally do myself, but yeah. First time seeing the cooking stream. Nice. Welcome, welcome. Yeah, unfortunately you've turned up with a bit of a downtime. I'm doing a bit of a roasting session, so at the moment we've got some potatoes, sweet potato, onion, garlic, carrots, and some herbs and stuff in the oven. And now we have to wait for those to roast, unfortunately, before we continue with the recipe. This is why I always try to look for recipes where I've got a lot going on, or at least have something else going on, you know what I mean? When it's a recipe like this, I'm sure it will turn out nice, but yeah. I think I got the wrong fish anyway. I got pollock. I got haddock instead of pollock. Ah, this person said they used haddock. Okay. This person says they use bassa fillets. I did see those in the shop today. Our oven is quite strong, so who knows. I'll keep an eye on it. When we get the 15-minute mark, I'll check everything. Someone wrapped the fish in Parma ham? I'm not sure if I'd wrap fish in Parma ham, personally. I don't know about that one. Some people were saying they parboiled the parboiled the potatoes first and then added the onion and garlic after the first 15 minutes. It smells nice. Anyway, you guys talk to me. What's going on with everybody? How is the post-land life for you all? Life hurts? You're sad? Throat hurts? You're happy? Damn. Are you happy because all of your friends are back home and you get to play video games with them, man? Is that why you're happy? For me, smooth, the throat only hurt for like the first day. So hopefully it doesn't hurt for you too much longer. And Karik, don't be sad. Just enjoy the fact that we had an amazing weekend, and that's it. Life hurts. Life doesn't hurt. Life is what you make of it. You take the good times and you use those crumbs of nourishment to my foot to sustain you till the next good times. You're not happy everyone's home? Wow. Last time I invite anyone for the EBD, he's not even happy to have me home. Started hurting just this evening. Mine felt a little bit rough on the Monday evening. And then it really started hurting on the Tuesday, so it might hurt for tomorrow for you. Have it with only CeeJaey. Only me. Okay. I'm back, baby. Next time you need to go to Poland? Nice. You got any plans on when you're going to be doing that? Yours is all G? You all set up? Has Ham got his an upgrade to the stool yet? Or have you just been focusing on yourself? Oh, his chair arrived. Nice. You see it has a food or a footstool. The milk juice was awful. I love that you actually brought it. And I tried it, and I was like choking it down. Maybe that's why I'm ill. Juice was fine. I mean, it wasn't bad. It was like juice, but thick, if that makes sense. Like it was heavy. And it was warm. It was just some thick juice. So technically I'm supposed to turn things over right now, so I'm going to get it out. Yeah, I mean, it wasn't as awful as maybe it could have been, you know? But it still remains an odd thing to me. I wouldn't say you've been entirely vindicated with the milk juice. I'd say it's still up there as one of the odder things I've heard about. Okay, so just getting this in here. I'm just going to try and toss everything so that it gets like evenly spread. I'm a bit concerned the potatoes are going to be a bit hard. Have to make sure they were chopped small enough. Oh, you belong in that pan, buddy. Get back. Okay. I think that is good. Let me put you back in now. It's in. And now we wait a little bit longer. See, I'm a big fan of like milkshakes and stuff, right? So I do quite like the old thick drink. But milk juice, I don't know. Need too many beans? I can't remember the last time I had baked beans. Ugh. So after this, we add in the tomato and the lemon. And then we season our fish. By the time we've done that, we put the fish in there. And then we chop the parsley. And then once that's done, we add it in and mix it up. Beans. I need to buy some beans, I think. Seeing all those snaps from Leah with her just eating beans, I'm like, I could go for some beans. I used to have jacket potato with beans fairly regularly. Just a jacket potato with baked beans. It's a nice easy meal. Nothing too complicated. Have I found a game for 21 yet? Let's take a look. Oh no, I got a wet patch on my shorts. Looks like I peed myself. Wow, Leah streaming on my Discord while I'm streaming? That's not bad manners at all. No one's looking for 21. What day is it? Thursday? Everyone's looking for 20. Literally looks like I peed myself in my shorts. I splashed that from my... Oh, it's from my wristband, that's why. My wristband got wet, so now it's like dripping on my shorts. Streamer peed. Looks like I peed. Is the food ready yet? Nearly there, nearly there. We're just waiting for some stuff to finish. Then we're going to add more stuff, and then we're going to add more stuff. I am suffering with some heartburn right now. Lemons and tomatoes in strange combo. Yeah, well at the moment in the oven we've got some potatoes, sweet potato, carrots, onions, garlic, olive oil just for it all to be roasting in. And basically that's going to be our veg. And the tomatoes are going to be part of that veg. They just don't need as long in the oven. The lemons are getting added purely for like adding that bit of a lemony flavor because we're eating with fish. Lemon with fish is a very common combo. So yeah, we're not going to be eating the lemon, but it's going to be kind of adding flavor to the dish. At least that's the theory. And then we prepare our fish. Which won't take long, just salt, pepper, maybe some dill if I've got any. Greek fish soup. I'm not gonna lie, I'm not a massive fan of fish soup. I'm not a massive fan of soup in general. Like, soup's okay, but if I have soup, it's generally veggie only. Clay never tried on. Send me the recipe, bro. Send me the recipe. I can take a look for sure. Fish is something that I don't cook too often, and I don't like in a lot of things. I'm not a massive fan of like a fish curry unless it's prawns. I think I've been spoiled by all the fish I've had visiting my family in the south of Spain. So that every time I have fish, it's like I'm blown away there, but when I come back here, I'm just always underwhelmed, you know? Like sometimes it's hard to beat like eating fish that's literally been caught out of the ocean that morning, you know. But like I said, I'm not against it. I've been trying to do some more fish dishes lately, and they've been pretty good. I did that salmon not too long ago and things like that. It's mostly like the access to the food, I guess, though, Scoutman. Like, there's not many places around here that would specialize in like in fish, right? And when you do have fish in the UK, it's more something like fish and chips, something like that. Really? It's booming? Damn. Yeah, I do feel like I should eat more fish. It's good for you. I try to eat tuna. I have tuna from time to time. Prawns. I have like seafood mixes that I have in like stir fries when I make paella and stuff like that. Because the two haddock that I bought today, it was two boneless haddock fillets. It cost me £4.80, which struck me as pretty expensive, considering I can get like half a kilo of mince for, I don't know, a few quid. Or, you know, 2, 3 chicken breasts will cost me or less than that as well. How many grams? Quite a lot. Bear with me, because I can reach to the fridge. 280 grams in total, so I guess like 140 per fillet. Have I played Wesker? I did. I got the Adept achievement on Wesker, and I was giving him a bit of a go. Pretty fun. Uh, his power's a little bit awkward, I feel. There's some moments where I felt it was very awkward to try and, like, in chase, it was just easier to just go for the M1. I felt like his power has to be used in a smart way, and that's just something that comes with experience. you know, being able to vault a pallet and continue a chase that normally you wouldn't, or, you know, being able to catch up to someone at a distance and grab them. Oh, sorry, excuse me, I got horrible acid reflux here. So yeah, he was definitely good fun. Like I said, I got the adept, and I didn't find any of his perks helped too much. Like, I got the achievement before the end game, which is the one where everyone who needs healing stays broken. The one where you pick people up helped me once when someone was hiding nearby and I knew where they were. And the other one where you can vault faster, I tried to vault a couple of times chasing people, and I guess it did help a little bit. So, I don't think he'll be nerfed. His hitbox is apparently about half the size of it was in the PTB, from like 40 to 20 centimeters. So he's actually been nerfed since the PTB. So now, like, when you try and dash and grab someone, the hitbox to do that is actually smaller. So I wouldn't be surprised if they gave him a little bit of a buff, because it does feel like sometimes you're actually hitting someone and you don't. But I started mixing it up with different perks using him. I added Distressing, Coulrophobia, and Starstruck. So I basically had this massive terror radius that if I picked someone up, you became exposed. It took you longer to heal, and it made all skill checks harder. And then finally I had Dissolution, which is the perk where if you injure someone and they dash over a thingy, it breaks them. It breaks the pallet. And that caught people out a few times. So, yeah. He's fun. Still don't know what his best loadout would be. Yeah, I mean, the dash is good. A lot of people are like, oh, it's like Nurse, when it's not really. Like, the distance you cover is not as great. You need to actually be pretty kind of on the point and hitting them. Otherwise, you'll just go past them. Whereas with Nurse, you've kind of got that 360 ability to sort of blink to a place and then spin around and hit someone if they're in the vicinity. Can't do that with Wesker. They do have to be in front of you. You do have to have the ability to grab them, and they need to be hit against a wall or thrown against an object, you know? So there are times where you could do something and then you end up actually not achieving anything out of it. But it'll be interesting to see how people like practice and how good they can get with them. I saw some streamers last night getting pretty good at it already, and kind of really understanding which loops it works well on and which ones it doesn't. Ah, sorry, I had to go wash my hands. So I had to blow my nose. Right, we're taking our stuff out the oven. Mafia 1, do I own Mafia 1? Does anyone know if I own Mafia 1? Ah, fucking hell, it's hot in there. Jesus. That kind of hit me. Yeah, you can see the onions are getting a little bit charred around the edges, which... Well, I think the onions are added in for the flavour more than anything, so I'm not too bothered if they get well done. So what we're going to be doing now is adding in the tomatoes to each dish. So it's 1 large tomato and half a lemon for each dish. And then we give about 10 minutes to this. And then after 10 minutes, we add the fish, which we're going to prepare now. So if you want to see what the dishes look like at the moment, that's what they look like. Obviously the tomato and the lemon just been added. The tomato obviously to be eaten, but the lemon added purely for, I guess, just the taste. Because lemon and fish are a common accompaniment. So I put that in there. And that's, like I said, for 10 minutes. And now we prepare the fish, the oignon. Okay. Now is this going to allow me to peel it? Oh! Hopeful. Potential. Holy shit, the packaging actually worked as intended. Now this did say whitefish, but I picked up haddock instead of pollock. Because it didn't have pollock available. However, somebody in the comments did say that they used haddock as well. This is smoked haddock, so it's the good shit. It's that good shit. It's a lot of fish. It's a big fish. You can confirm I don't have Mafia 1. Oh, thank you. So I will go check that out then. Trying to put this away. Do I have some dill? Dill. I think I'm out of dill. Don't have any dried dill. You dill? Basil. Shit. I don't think I've got any dill. What else can I add to fish? I mean, it's been smoked, so it's going to add a bit of flavour to it anyway. We'll just salt and pepper it. And then we'll just lay it on the top. Just gets laid on the top of the of what we've got in the oven. Then finally, you got some parsley to chop up. So what I'm going to do is put the parsley on this chopping board, get it ready. Do I need this? No, I don't need this. I don't need this. I'm going to hold on to that because I use that to chop parsley. So I'm going to wash a few things up as we're going along. Make it a little bit easier for ourselves in the long run. Don't know how this is going to... This is either going to taste quite nice or it's going to taste like, oh, it's fish and veg. You know what I mean? We'll see. We'll see. I thought it was something interesting. I need to get some new recipes because normally I sit there and like go through a bunch of recipes and then add them to my phone, and then when the time comes, have it all ready. Best way to eat this: get a couple of these, and knives and forks. Ouch. This fish is haddock. It's haddock. I'm going to place it on top of the dish when the time comes. There's not much else I can do right now. Like, got the dishes ready. I've got the parsley ready to be chopped. I could chop the parsley now, but once the fish is in, I'm gonna wash that cutting board and then do the rest of it. Yeah. Not much I can do, chat. I'm sorry. It's a kind of a slow recipe. Just kind of a lot of prep, and then you whack it in the oven and then see how it goes. Kind of a wait and see kind of deal. It's a good choice, a lot more refined, really. You think? Maybe that's why it was a little bit more expensive. Couldn't find any pollock. Could not find any pollock there. There was no pollock. There was some bassa or something. Someone did suggest that. I could have gone for that instead. Oh, I'm gonna have some Gaviscon. I'm suffering here. Yeesh. Haven't you a recipe close to what you did? Pix? Oh, definitely. I will definitely look at it, my dude. I will definitely look at it. I'm always looking to try new things, you know? I know that Cloudy isn't a massive fan of fish, which is why I haven't cooked that many recipes of it. Because when I cook, I like to. Obviously, I want to cook something that people. It's like it's fun to watch, which is why I don't often do things like slow cooking. You know, make it like a beef bourguignon or like some slow cooked lamb shank or something like that. It's not going to be entertaining for people to watch. Like nothing really happening for hours and hours, right? So it makes it a little bit harder. And like with fish, like I like to be able to cook something that I'm going to enjoy. So I'm not going to cook anything with mushrooms, and also something that like people are going to enjoy. And I know Cloudy isn't a massive fish fan, but in the past I have made like a fish pie. I did that miso salmon. Um, I've done some things with tuna and stuff like that. So it's something I would like to branch out with. Gosh, I'm gonna need to blow my nose. I'm gonna sneeze. Ah, mute. Sorry about that, gang. Obviously, I don't want to sneeze into the food and crab it into a tissue and then wash my hands again because I don't want to do germs. But yeah, in terms of soup, I've never really made too many soups. The only soups I've made have been like very, like, I don't want to use the word odd, but like odd ones. You know what I mean? I made a Bulgarian meatball soup. That was suggested by Lorik a while ago. And I also did a lasagna soup, which was very interesting. You kind of like got lasagna sheets and broke it up into strips. And it was basically lasagna, but a soup. It was, yeah. Hey, Tillum, what's up, dude? So yeah, It's very weird. It tasted nice though. It tasted nice. Like the Bulgarian meatball soup was. It was basically meatballs in like a soup kind of thing. The lasagna soup was yeah, like it was odd. It had mince and like meat and yeah, it was just yeah, it was different. It was different. Um, so yeah, I've never actually properly done a soup. I do have a food processor and stuff like that, so it is something I could possibly do. I like trying different things. I like trying different things because then I can do something and be like, "That was good," or "Actually, I'm not going to do that again." You know, I can smell the lemon coming out of the oven, which is a nice sign. Obviously, the lemon is there to give us a bit of flavor to the old fish. I mean, it tastes nice. It tastes nice. It tastes good. Polish Russo? Best soup? I've made, what's it called? Goulash? I've made goulash before. Or the soup, whatever it's called. Goulash? I've made that. I remember when I made that, I had a lot of different people telling me a lot of different things on how to do it, because there's a lot of different ways to make it properly. Or depending on where you're from, there's different ways to do it. Okay, I think this is where we're going to put the fish in now. So let's go. Gosh, hot in the oven. Like, to me, everything's looking cooked. So when people are like, oh, this stuff's not cooked quick enough, or this stuff's cooked too quick, everything's looking good to me right now. The carrots and the potatoes are looking like they're cooked. The tomatoes are starting to soften. The onions are a little bit charred, but that's usually what you go for, right? So what we're going to do is I'm going to get this fish, and I'm going to put it on the top of here, like that. Do the same for this one. There we go. So if you guys want to have a look, this is what it's looking. You can see all the different bits and pieces that have been in there. And now we've got our fish on top. And that's going to go in for another 10 minutes or so. Just going to actually... I might have to disappear at some point to rent a server. Lol. I actually might do that now. I actually do need to chop up parsley too. Just wondering whether this is going to be a bit dry, because we don't actually have like a sauce or anything. I do like a sauce. I'm a fan of sauce, I am. And if there's no sauce, then, Right, I'm actually going to go, be right back, 2 minutes. I'm going to go rent a server, give it to the people so that people can be playing in it. Be right back. And I'm back. Drizzle some oil on the top. We do actually have oil on there. Like, there is oil in there as part of the cooking. That's it really. So it isn't going to be dry, so to speak, but I'm just wondering if you're putting a lot of onus on the flavour to be coming out of the food itself. Normally I find with dishes, you have food that has some flavour, and then on top of that you have a bit of sauce or something like that to really kind of compound it, but we don't have that here. That's fine. We just following the recipe and we'll see how it goes. So we've got some parsley. And we're going to chop this up. And that's going to get sprinkled on the top of our finished dish. It's fresh parsley, not just dried parsley. So it should be good. Just making sure we just get the leaves. Put this back, we don't need that much. Save that for another time. Here we go. I do have feet. I do have feet. I walk around like other human beings. I am not a robot. Beep beep. There's quite a lot of parsley there, but no. We'll see. We'll see. Try and chop it as finely as you can, without chopping off any appendages. Try and keep the old fingers attached to your hand. Probably a little bit too much parsley, but let's take a look at the time. We've got a couple more minutes. Damn, that guy loves Halo 2. Could always wear socks. I hate socks, dude. I do not wear socks unless I absolutely have to, and usually that's when A, I leave the house, or B, like it's winter and my feet are like getting frostbite kind of deal. Otherwise, I am not interested in socks. Miss me with that shit. I'm all about that sockless life. As much cutting board as you can. Oh yeah. Extra cutting board, please. Give me a slice of that cutting board. Okay. I don't want the fish to dry out, but I also want it to actually be cooked. It does look like it's cooking, but I'm going to give it another couple of minutes. So the idea is it's gonna be a bit hard because this fish is fucking huge. Gonna have to kind of do my best in putting the veg on the plate and then, adding the fish and sprinkling on the parsley to end. to end it all, to top it off. I was watching a streamer play a game today, actually. It was called Immortality. Immortality. And it was like a live action thing. And apparently it's made by the same dude who made some other games. And look them up. And one of them was like £1 or something. So I might check it out. But it's like you watch these clips of like people and try to solve puzzles. It looks interesting. It looks interesting. It looked like something different. So yeah, that might be something I investigate. We're gonna sneeze again. Right, sorry about that. It's like sneeze into tissue, wash hands, rinse and repeat. Yes, so Xenoblade Chronicles 3 tomorrow. I've done so much side content that I'm literally like way over leveled. So we're gonna blitz through the story content, go through, find out more about the game. Saturday we do some Apex, do some ranked, new content, play it, and then Sunday more Dead by Daylight. I'd like to take advantage of the double XP week. I'd like to play more of the new stuff, get my challenges done, and shit like that. I do think it is time to take the stuff out, so let's have a look. Cooking Mama live action, hell yeah. Let's take a look at this fish. This fish does, I think, look cooked. Ouch. We don't want it to be dry. Dry chicken is bad, dry fish is also bad. Whew, okay. This is going to be a little complicated, but we'll try. Let's try using this, shall we? Whew. Add cheese? There's no cheese on this dish, my friend, I'm sorry. No cheese on this dish. Okay, I'm just wondering whether the lemon we leave out. I'll try and get everything else in. Some of the onions are a little bit char grilled, but I think the onion's mostly there for flavor and like some good bits, you know what I mean? Essentially what we've got here is roasted veg with fish. I'm going to put the fish there. Basically making sure I get all the good veg. Not to be vegist or anything, but we want the potatoes, we want the sweet potato, the tomatoes, we don't want the lemon or the charred onion. So that's what we're looking at right now. I think that looks pretty good, don't you think, gang? I think it's pretty good, I'm proud of that. Okay, on to the next one. I'm going to bring over here. I think that one's pretty photogenic, so I'm going to give it a picture before I add the... just before I add the parsley, in case the parsley makes it look poopy. Okay, get the veg in the bowl. Actually, like, you know what? I haven't eaten it yet, but I do think this was like good timings because a lot of people were saying, "Oh, you need to parboil the potatoes," and you know what? I parboil my potatoes when I cook wedges. I parboil my potatoes when I cook roasties. I didn't this time around because I was using like baby potatoes, and I think that was the correct choice because the potatoes seem to be cooked well. I'm hoping they taste the same. We've actually got like potatoes that aren't hard and uncooked, but everything else seems to be cooked pretty good. There's a lot here. There's a lot of veg going on. So it's going to be a bit of a feast. I'll take a picture of that one too. See which one's better later on. You'll parboil me, Ernest? You're not going to full boil me? After all these years? You're only going to parboil me? Unbelievable. Unbelievable. How you doing, man? Hey, Pinguini. Wrong shout? I'm not Dave. How dare you? How could you? Right, a little bit of parsley at the top. I chopped so much parsley, I don't need this much. I always remember something Gordon Ramsay said: if you flood your dish with parsley, you're trying to cover up. He always doesn't trust it. I think that'll be enough. This is a quick rinse. So we're all washed up here. So wash up this. Then it's just the dishes, which I can do later on. Yeah, I'm doing alright, thank you, man. Still struggling a little bit with a cold, which is not COVID. I did a test this morning, so I'm confirmed non-coroned. It's just an annoying cold. Actually looks very nice. It's just weird. I'm actually late for my games, but it's kind of worth it. Holy shit, that looks really good. Not to toot my own horn or anything, but it's looking pretty good. Alright, gang, I need to go. I'm going to go and play some games right now. I've got some TF2 to play. Thank you so much for watching. I hope you guys enjoyed the cooking today. I'll post a picture of this up on Twitter later on. I will be back streaming tomorrow. Xenoblade Chronicles 3 tomorrow, Apex Saturday, and Dead by Daylight on Sunday. Oh shit, I just got raided. Damn, James, thank you very much for the raid. Welcome everybody, but I'm about to disappear. I am 3 minutes late for my games, so I'm gonna have to game and I'm gonna have to eat at the same time. I hope you all have a lovely evening. Thank you so much for joining me, and yeah, take care, and I hope to see you next time. Bye.